Hello, my friends. It's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through my good midlife crisis, where I am journeying through my 40s, working oh so hard to get my poop in a group. In order to do this, I have been working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health. Today is Friday, January the 2nd of 2026, and I am going to be doing a financial health check-in. Y'all, today is a bit rushed. If you're new, welcome. I'm so excited that you're here and joining me. If you are getting started on a brand new budgeting journey, or if you are getting back into your budgeting journey now that it's January, I can't wait to spend some time with you and get to know you and discuss budgeting. I love it. I love it so much. If you're returning, happy 2026. Thanks for hanging out with me again this year. I hope you had a fantastic New Year, a wonderful Christmas, and I am about to leave for my cruise tomorrow. My plane leaves tomorrow at like 5 a.m. So I'm a bit rushed today. If you're new, I'm not normally I'm not gonna say I'm not normally chaotic. I'm always chaotic. That's just who I am. This evidence by me pulling the cord. I'm not normally as rushed as I'm going to probably come across today because I have to finish packing. Nathan is on the way back from the train with his parents. They are going to be staying here while we go on our cruise and watching the animals. I have 2 dogs and a cat. They're going to be staying with them, watching the house and the animals while we're gone. And I haven't finished packing yet, and I'm leaving at 5 a.m. Like, my plane leaves at 5 a.m., which means I'm going to leave this house at like 3 a.m. I just need to sit here and process that for a whole second. Okay. Guys, welcome. I do have quite a bit to budget today, so I want to get right into it. But first, how was your New Year's? Did y'all do anything fun? I went to bed at 10 o'clock. I stayed awake until 11 o'clock, watched the ball drop in New York City, did a cheers with my water bottle, and then went to sleep. I texted a couple of friends and went to sleep. And then, like, friends that are on the East Coast or on Eastern time, because it wasn't New Year's yet here in Texas where I live. And then I fell asleep, and then my neighbors were setting off fireworks. And so they woke me up at midnight, and I heard Nathan yelling about the fireworks going off. Because we live in a suburb, and you're not supposed to set off fireworks in the city limits. And it's not even like normally like other neighbors set them off. It was my next door neighbor. My dogs were losing their minds. Poor babies. Poor Charlie. This was his first New Year's. He had no idea what to expect. It was loud. They didn't set them off on the 4th of July. They set them off like out at their friend's house in the country, which is totally legal, but it's not legal to do it in the city. Anyway, it was loud. It was loud enough to wake me up, and I'm a pretty sound sleeper. Y'all, I'm going to Florida in the morning. Shall we budget some vacation money for that? Let's do it. I do have a couple of overspent categories. And I am going to fill all the rest of my beginning of the month categories that I didn't do last week. And normally I would have done them last week, but I had overspent in December. You will notice, if you didn't watch my January budget setup, I will link that below if you want to catch up. But I do pre-plan my budgets in the Budget by Paycheck book by the Budget Mom, with stickers by Life and Envelopes. I am a patron of hers. I did pre-plan it, and I'm making some changes. So if you only watch my YNAB videos, thanks so much for watching them. I appreciate you. I am going to be decreasing my giving. So my giving every month I was doing $150. I'm going to be doing $100 going forward. I'm putting that extra $50 into holiday giving because if you were here last month, you will know I love to buy things for people. Because I love to buy things for people, I tend to neglect myself. And I don't mean neglect like I don't take showers and I wear ratty clothes, but I don't spend a lot of money on myself. I'd way, way rather spend money on other people. I just prefer it. But in 2026, I'm going to be selfish. That's my word of the year. I'm going to focus on me a little bit more. I am going to pay off my no interest debt. I may not get fully through the mattress firm, and I did transfer my balance from Citi to Discover to give myself a couple of extra months. I think in my budget setup, I said I gave myself an extra 15 months. It's not an extra 15 months. It's like an extra 3 months. It's a 15-month no interest financing, and I only had 12 months left. So it gives me an extra 3 months just for some wiggle room if I need it, if I need to drop that down for some reason. Because when I was doing the math, Y'all, I was going to go over numbers with y'all today. They may have to wait because I did pull reports and look at my spending from last year. And I went through all my categories. I raised some, I lowered some to try to make them a little bit more cohesive to what I'm actually doing. I did that when I set up my January budget. And I did plan to go over that with y'all this morning. But Nathan's already on the way back from the train with his parents. And his parents are wonderful, amazing, beautiful human beings, and I love them very much, but they are very loud. I think Nathan's dad has hearing loss. He's almost 70 years old. He has hearing loss, but he doesn't treat it. Like my mom has hearing loss, and she treats it by either being really loud or really soft. Nathan's dad is really loud. And so once they walk in the store, I can't record anything anymore. It's just over. So, and they listen to everything very loudly. I love it when they're here. I'm going to be very glad that I'm not here when they're here because it is very loud in this house when they are here. And I like to be quiet, unless it's me making the noise. I don't mind being loud, but it's my house. Anyway, that's going to sound like I don't love them, and I do. I love them very much, but it's a change to your routine. Anyway, let's get budgeting. I have a bunch. I have 2 bills to fill. Oh, I didn't tell you about my main selfish thing that I'm doing. So if you've been here, you will know that every paycheck I give myself $25 for gas and $25 for self-care. I'm changing that to every week I'm going to give myself $30 for self-care across the board. That's the plan. $30 every single week. So it's like $60 a paycheck. And I am very, very excited about that. It will allow me to go get a pedicure, go get my nails done, go get a massage. I can save it up. I can buy myself some flowers. I can do whatever I want with that money. It's my self-care money. And I'm also increasing fund money from $25 to $30 because I've noticed I'm going over. So I've also had, being selfish doesn't mean I want to neglect other people or my community. And so I've had an Audible subscription for the last 3 months. I think this is the last month it will renew at the half price. They gave me half price membership to Audible. I was like, hey, we miss you, come back. And I'm going to keep it for this next month. It's $7.50, I don't know. It's not on this week. I'm going to keep it for this month. But then I also signed up for that Libro FM that I was telling y'all about, that if you go to this, it's audiobooks. They have audiobooks and you can buy them, and a percentage of your sale goes to your local bookstore. And you can pick which local bookstore. So when I signed up, I logged in and it showed me all of the bookstores in my area that were connected with it. And I picked the one that I wanted. I picked the Lark and Owl, which is the bookstore in Georgetown. And you can change it from month to month, which one you want to support. But that's the one I'm supporting right now. And when I signed up, I got 2 extra credits. So I have 3 credits on there. And I'm going to let that go for a couple of months. That's $15 a month. It's the same price as Audible. I don't have access to the Audible originals or anything on there, but I am supporting a local bookstore instead of Jeff Bezos. So I think that's a really good trade-off. Anyway, okay. I think I'm going to stop talking now and start budgeting. So give me a second to shrink myself and I'll be right back. Okay. Full disclosure, it is already 10 o'clock in the morning. Normally, I would have filmed this 3 hours ago, but I'm off today from work because I'm going on vacation. Don't know if I mentioned, but I'm off today from work. So I've been running some errands this morning. I went to Walmart to grab a couple of extra things because it never fails. There's always something that you forgot. And then I stopped and got myself a Dutch Brothers on the way home. I got one for Nathan, but he was leaving the neighborhood as I was coming back into the neighborhood. I passed him. So he'll have Dutch Brothers when he gets home. So I've already been running around. I have a couple of things I need to input. I did not input what I spent this morning because that will come off of this week's budget. It's today. But it's all vacation related. So I'm going to be putting money into vacation. And I did get coffee. So I used last week's coffee money to cover some overspending in dining out. And then I will use some more. I will cover this overspending in dining out as well. Because today, Nathan and I are going to be taking his parents to Estancia, which is the Brazilian steakhouse. They just opened one on Monday here in our neighborhood. Well, it's not in our neighborhood. It's in our town. But it's much closer. I booked us reservations, and we're going to take them there as a thank you for watching the dogs and house sitting for us, because paying for them to go to estancia is way, way cheaper than paying for dog sitters or house sitters. But that will come out of vacation as well. But I'm going to use some of my dining out money for that. So I am going to fill my overspent. If you are looking for a fantastic budgeting app and you're watching different YouTube videos trying to find your way of budgeting, this is YNAB. This is how I do my budgeting. And y'all, I love it. I love it so much. This is a paid app, but I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it, how much it has changed my life. I can try, but I can't do it justice, especially not in the little bit of time that I have. So I am going to tell you that if you like what you are seeing, there is a link in my description box that will get you 34 days for free to try it out. You don't even put your credit cards in. So if you don't like it at the end, you just stop logging in and it goes away and you can just pretend it never happened. But if you do and you sign up, you get an additional 30 days for free. So you'll end up with 2 months for free, a little over 2 months. And then they send me 30 days for free as a thank you. So I love this. This is 100% customizable. All of these categories I created myself. I added emojis because I like them. You don't have to add emojis. You can. I put the dates on my bills because that works better for me. But if you don't want to, there is a view over here, if you move me out of the way, that lets you see them without that. It's so customizable, y'all. I love it so, so much. And I'm going to get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do is cover my overspending. And my mom's car insurance came out today, or maybe yesterday. I don't know. Came out today or yesterday. And this is for the rest of her 6-month period. It was $318. And I was only short $118. And so I was planning to budget $100 today. I'm going to put $118 in here just to cover it. And then we'll start filling it again next month. Vacation, I'm going to leave this for now. It's $18.61 over because I calculated some of the groceries that I bought. I counted them as vacation spending because I'm taking them on my cruise with me. Like I got a little bottle of sugar-free vanilla to take with me to put in my coffees on the cruise. And I got some water flavors to take with me to put on the cruise. And since I specifically bought them for the cruise, I didn't count them as groceries. I counted them as vacation. So I went slightly over what I had budgeted. I could cover them from groceries, but I'm putting extra money in vacation today anyway. So we're just going to cover it. And like I said, I did go over on dining out. So I'm just going to cover this dining out with my normal $50 that I put in every month, every week. Sorry, I give myself $50 every single week for dining out. And I'm going to wait till the end to cover vacation because I have at least $400 going in because that's what I pulled out in cash to go on this trip. And I'm going to cover a little bit extra as well. So let's see what we have. Dining out, we just did. Groceries, I'm not covering groceries this week because I'm not buying any groceries this week. I did run to H-E-B this morning and grabbed 2 or 3 things. I'm not H-E-B, Walmart. But that $10 will cover that. I'm not I picked up just because I was there and had it on the list, rice and honey was what I needed for the trip. I mean, for the house. And so I grabbed it because I was there and I don't have to worry about it when I get home. $10 will more than cover my rice and my honey. So I don't need to add anything to groceries. I am not adding anything to ecclesial expenses because I won't be going to church this week or next week. I will be on the cruise. So I'm going to actually move this up to ready to assign. Coffee. I did fill my Dutch Brothers card this morning, so I'm going to put $20 in there because that's what I spent. Normally I would fill $25. I know I'm not going to be buying coffee this week because I'm going to be on a cruise ship and my coffee is included in the price of my cruise. I bought the Premier package. I get all of the drinks. 4 items on my Wi-Fi, my gratuities, though I am going to tip extra, but the mandatory gratuities are included. Unlimited drinks, unlimited specialty dining, photo packages, all of the things, y'all. If you're cruising on Princess, their packages are such an amazing deal. Fun money, $30. Giving myself $30 every week. Self-care, $30 every week. And gas, I am going to put, it was 20, I filled up this morning. I think it was $27.10. I remember that. I'm going to put $27.10 in here because that's exactly what I filled my car to this morning. Normally I budget $25 every 2 weeks. It was $2.10 more than that because gas actually jumped like 20 cents this weekend. Pet expenses I've already filled. Household I've already filled. YouTube expenses I've already filled. 32.48. Why does this say I need more money? Oh, because I said I wanted to up this to $40. I'm going to go ahead. Do I have it budgeted this week? I'm not going to put anything in here right now. Going forward, this is one of the things I changed when I did my looked at my reports. I'm changing this to $40 a month. I was previously doing 20. Then I became a patron of Jennifer Bleachers, and that's $32.48 a month. I don't need any pens right now. My stickers, like this will be my stickers, and I don't need anything else for this right now. So I'm not going to add that. But going forward in February, I'll be putting $40 a month into here. Stuff I forgot to budget for. This is like I accidentally spent extra money in a category. I've already filled it. I filled these all last week. Best Buy has already come out. Discover has, I keep that card at 0, though that is the one that's going to have the no interest on it now. It hasn't cleared yet, but it will. Coffee time. So the bills that I need to pay, Aflac is my supplemental health insurance. That is $37.57 a month. And Liquid IV are water enhancers. They have extra hydration, electrolytes. I don't know what they have in them, but I order them directly from Liquid IV. They should charge on the 6th. And that's $68.58. Yes, I know it's pricey. It's way cheaper to do it through them than it is to buy it from the grocery store, and they have become my new addiction. If y'all have been around for any amount of time, you will know that I don't want to say I hyperfixate because I don't have ADHD, but it's that's a symptom of ADHD that makes me wonder if I have it. Because I get obsessed with the things that I like. In case you've noticed, I basically eat only eggs and sausage. Not that I don't love other things, but that's what I crave. And once I start eating it, that's all I want. And my Dutch Brothers, I was in the top 5% of Dutch Brothers customers last year, y'all. Not for my Dutch Brothers, for Dutch Brothers. I was in the top 5% of customers. I tend to go hard on what I love, and I am really loving Liquid IV right now. The white peach flavor, sugar-free. I love it so much. And so it's way cheaper to buy it from them than it is to buy it from the grocery store, a box or two at a time. And so I do that. It was really nice right before, for Black Friday time, they had it for super cheap on Amazon, and I stocked up a little bit, but I've drank all that. Audible will renew, but not until the 9th, and that's next Friday. I will not be sharing my budget with y'all next Friday. You know what? Let's go ahead and fill it. Let's just go ahead and fill 2 weeks at a time. I'm going to fill Audible 752, and that way I don't have to worry about it while I'm on the cruise. So we're going to do 2 weeks worth of mixing it up on the go here. Audible, Microsoft will come out. That is for extra storage. It's 2 terabytes of extra storage on Microsoft OneDrive, and then also for my Office 365 subscription. And then my Kia Soul, which is my car, that car payment will be coming out for $37.17. Okay, those are all my bills for the next 2 weeks, since I won't be here next Friday because I think I might be in Grand Cayman on that day. I think I'll be in Grand Cayman. Anyway, I won't be here. I won't be filming a video. I do not plan to take my computer with me. I bought a notebook today so that I could start writing out my thoughts on You Don't Need a Budget while I'm on the cruise. And my friend gave me these awesome pens for Christmas, which she loves. I love pens. She loves pens. I have one that's sitting over by my desk, by where I do these. Where is the camera? But these pens are so cool, and they're so pastel rainbow. How Becky is that? They all write black, they all have black ink, but they are so smooth. I love them. She gave them to me. This is when I met her at Cheesecake Factory a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. Anyway, I love them. So I'm going to take 1 or 2 of these pens and my new notebook and start writing out my thoughts on You Don't Need a Budget. Because that video, unlike all of my videos, in case you can't tell by my rambling, I don't script these. But I'm going to at least partially script that because I want to put quotes in it and make sure I bring out all the points I want to point out. Because that book, so much I disagree with, but there were some really good points in there. So I want to make sure I get them all in there. I want to give her justice. She has some good points along with mixed into all the bad points. Okay, so that's 2 weeks. So because that's 2 weeks, let me do 2 weeks worth of dining out, which is okay to do just this once. And I don't have groceries on next week because I will be on a ship. And I don't have occasional expenses because I won't be here. So I did put coffee in here. So we'll fill that and we'll do $30 more for fun money and $30 more for self-care. That's dangerous. Maybe I should. You know what? I'm going to be on a cruise. If I spend it, I spend it, and I won't have it when I get home, and that's just what I do. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I'll fill the dining out because that'll give me enough to go to Estancia today, and I probably won't use that. But the rest of it, I'm going to fill that while I'm on the ship. I'm going to do it. I can do it on my mobile app. The reason, if you're new, the reason that I budget every single week, even though I am paid biweekly, first of all, because I want every excuse I can have to get into YNAB and play around and budget things because I love doing it. Secondly, because when my brain sees $100 in dining out, it's like, cool, we're going to spend $100 in dining out. And I don't divide it up between the 2 weeks. If I give myself $50 this Friday and $50 next Friday, my brain is like, cool, we have $50. And I can make the $100 last 2 weeks. Where if I put it all in there at once, I spend it all at once. That's just how it works for me. I found this out through trial and error. I did used to try to do it every paycheck. It's too much for my brain. It cannot comprehend the fact that I don't have $100 to spend this week. I only have $50 to spend this week, unless I tell it specifically, you have $50 to spend this week. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps you if you also struggle with that, because I know other people have said that they enjoy doing it that way as well. Okay, so I am going to nope, we're gonna fill it. We're gonna fill it all. Okay. Gas, I do only do that every paycheck though. So this wouldn't go in next week. So that's good. I know I'm being all over the place, y'all. I'm sorry. So we have filled all my bills. We have filled my variable expenses for the next 2 weeks. And now, back to just this week, I am determined to make this computer go everywhere. Let's fill my fun stuff, my sinking funds and my savings goals. So I've already filled gifts and giving for this month. I am going to snooze this because I used some of it last week. I can't even remember what I got. I think I got something for my mom. I honestly can't remember. What did I buy? What did I buy? My mom's book from Barnes & Noble. Yeah. So I had filled it in like for this month, and then I used some of it to cover. Barnes & Noble had 25% off all their books, and my mom really likes books about like historical books about the like 40s and 50s. That's when she was growing up. And well, she was born in 47, so she doesn't really remember it, but she likes that stuff. And I found a really good book called The Book of Lost Names, or Lost Book of Names, or it's about children who were transported from Germany and German occupied territories during the war, and moved to other countries and adopted out, but their names were lost. And so this woman finds this book of the names of these children, and she's going on a like trying to give these children back their names. And I was like, that sounds right up mom's alley. So I bought that for her. I was planning to give it to her for her birthday, but then I just gave it to her when I was there last weekend. So she says she's been enjoying it so far. Anyway, I've gotten really into reading, like really, really. I mean, I've always been into reading, but it's kind of fallen off a little bit, and now I'm getting way back into it, and I'm so happy to be doing that. And I can think you don't need a budget for that, because that book, as much as I didn't enjoy that book, is the reason I've discovered the Cedar Park Library. And the Cedar Park Library is a big part of why I'm getting back into reading. So thank you all for asking me to read that book. So anyway, okay, let's do my sinking funds. Here we go. Vacation, I'm going to do that last so I can make sure I have everything. October, I'm not putting anything in. High Camper is getting $215. And that should give me $1,500 by July, which is when I need it for my camper. I need to book that camper, actually. I'll do that when I get home. Car maintenance, I filled last week. Clothes I filled last week, and passport I filled last week. Y'all, I only have 3 more years. I remember when I first started this and I was like, my passport's not due for like another 50 years. Yeah, it's due in 3 years. I looked it up. It expires in 2019 and it's 2026 now. It expires in 2026 and it expires in 2029 and it is 2026. So I have 3 more years. Y'all knew what I was going for, and I'm sorry it took me so long to get that out. Okay, annual fees. I did film more of these after we spoke last week. So if you were here last week for last week's video and you saw me have that extra money, it was my city payment that I didn't make. And I had extra money because I had cash back from my princess card because I couldn't put it toward. I didn't realize, and this is totally on me for not reading the fine print. I had gotten that princess card because I wanted the points for the onboard credit. And I went to apply my second round of onboard credit to my cruise and I couldn't because I had to do it for the cruise had to be more than 14 days like from the day I was trying to do it. And I was like 12 days from the day I was trying to do it. I couldn't put the credit on my cruise, so I just put a $200 cashback credit onto my card. And I figured I would use that to pay for the excursions and things that I booked. But when I put that credit on my card, it increased the amount of money that I had in my ready to assign. And I was like, where is all this money coming from? Yeah. So that's where that money was coming from. If you were here last week, mystery solved. So I did go back and fill some of these, and I filled my Citibank. So let's go ahead and finish the rest of these. I have a PO box. I save $13 a month so I can pay the annual fee when it is due. If you are interested in being a pen pal, dropping me a card, dropping me a note. The address is in my description box below, and I would love to hear from you, and I will write back to you if you write to me. Walmart Plus is my Walmart Plus membership. I keep this on because mainly for my mom. My mom uses it. She lives out in the country. She'll be 79 next month. I think every time we talk, I tell y'all my mom is a different age. She will be 79 next month. She was born in 47, and it is 26, which means in 27 she will be 80, so she is 79 this year. I like her age is all over the place. Depending on which video of mine you watch, you think my mom is anywhere between like 70 and 90. She's 79. So, well, she's 78 for another month. So for my insurance, I'm going to be able to pay my full 6-month car insurance. For the very first time in my entire life, when it comes out next month, it's going to take the whole amount for the whole 6 months. And I am so excited. I might cry, but I did. I just verified that before I started recording, and I changed it to not split up into 2 and to just come out once. I'm so happy. So I'm going to add my $100, $592. It will be 600. I can't remember. Will this tell me? Insurance. Yeah, $642. So by the time I add my $100 at the beginning of February, I'll have actually like an extra $50 in here toward my next 6-month premium. I'm so excited. These gray numbers here are part of the YNAB toolkit. If you have been using YNAB for a little while and you're very familiar with it and you want to enhance it, you can download. It's a free extension for your browser. It doesn't cost anything. And it will tell you upcoming transactions. It allows me to like turn the headers purple, or you can pick whatever color. I turn them purple. It gives you this days of buffering, which shows me I have negative 9.8 days of buffering. That's cool. We're going to get that fixed this year. Anyway, those are toolkit features. If you're new to YNAB, I don't recommend adding them right away because they're not available on the app. And so like you don't want to get used to the features that are there and then not have them when you go to the app. Anyway, you can add them if you want to, but I think that they would be more for like people who have been using YNAB for a little bit and are more comfortable with it. But if you want to get it all, go for it. Download them. Okay, back to what I was doing. So, annual fees. Here we go. Planet Fitness. This is my gym membership. This is an annual fee. $3. They have an annual fee of like $27 or something. I don't know, 40, I think it's $42, and it comes out in August. They do have a monthly membership fee that I pay, and then they have an annual fee. Don't know why, but they do. Ice Ball is the fundraising event for Big Brothers and Big Sisters that I go to with my friends in August. And I save the base amount to pay for my ticket. I already have enough here to pay for my ticket. And then to like get my hair done or buy an outfit or do something for it. And then when we get closer to Ice Ball, I will use all my extra money from the end of the months and I will put that all toward the donation for Ice Ball. It's a super fun event for a fantastic cause, and I am very, very thankful to be able to contribute and to go. And so I save just a little bit every month so that I can have at least the ticket and the dress money saved. Editing software is the software that I use to make these videos. It is, I can't find I'm not doing these in order, $6.25 every month, and then when it is due in October, I will have the money saved. Costco is Costco. $5.91 every month. I think I'm gonna go back to the executive membership or whatever, like the fancy one is. I think I'm gonna go back to that because I've spent a fortune at Costco this year, way more than I have in the last couple of years. Like I spent $120 on a stinking prime rib at Christmas. I should have upped it then. I didn't. But my nephew and his wife have asked me to join them on a Disney cruise in January of 2027. And I know I could get a better deal if I could book it through Costco Travel. So I think Nathan's home. I need to hurry. My mom's insurance I've already filled. That was an extra $118. My car registration, I saved $3.08 a month. This isn't due until next September or August. I don't know. But either way, I'm going to have it saved. And then Cedar Park Library, again, this is my happy place. I don't live in Cedar Park, Texas, so I have to pay for the membership. It's $10 a month. It's $120 a year. I'm saving $10 a month so that next year when it renews, I have it saved. I'm going to add that. And YNAB is this beautiful, wonderful software. Mine is due in November. I save $7.34 a month to get this saved up for. The only other things that I have to do real quick, Baby Joe is my great nephew. I save my great nephew's ages every single week. So Joe is 3. I save $6 a paycheck, which is $3 a week. Jet is 2, $4 a paycheck or $2 a week. And Sweet Ellie is 10 months old. I just lost her. There she is. So I save $1 a week as if she were 1. And then next year I'll continue to save $1 a week until she turns 2. So she'll get $2 this week because it's $2 a paycheck. I've already saved for my taxes. I am going to put, to pay off my interest-free cards, an extra $190 into at Best Buy, and an extra.
Get back.
Nathan's parents just got here.
Get back, heathens. Back, heathens.
Take it easy, guys.
I'm just going to power through it, guys. We're just going to finish it. Okay. $190 extra to my Best Buy, and then Amazon store card. I have $40.47 left on that to pay off my balance completely. So I'm doing that. Okay, now I'm done. I'm done. And obviously the family just got here, so I am going to go say hi to them, give them hugs, and help them settle in. And then I'm going to get back to packing. So thank you all so much for spending today with me and for being here this year. And if you were here last year, for spending last year with me. If you are new and this is interesting to you, please subscribe. If you would hit that hype button if it's available, that would be fantastic. And come along with me. Y'all, I love you. I hope you'll have a fantastic 2026. And I will talk to you later. Bye, guys. Hello. It's 11:20 and I'm watching back the footage that I recorded, and y'all, I panicked when everybody got here and I lost my train of thought. And y'all, I didn't finish this budget. I didn't put in my holiday giving and I didn't put in my vacation, and I just realized it now. So you're going to get a couple more minutes of me. So I still have $753 to budget. $150 of that is going to holiday giving, which is right here. So I add $150 a month for holiday giving now. And that is for Christmas, and I buy Christmas presents all year round. Why is that? Oh, well, that was super delayed. Okay, so $150 to that, And then the rest of it is going to vacation. Now, this is $200 more than I said I was going to do. My paycheck was a little bit more. And this Discover, I didn't have anything set to come because I don't have the balance transferred yet. I'm just going to go through these super fast with you and make sure I got all of my my savings goals met, that I did them all. So car maintenance was last week, and clothes was last week. Passport renewal we did. Holiday giving I just did. These are all green. The only thing that's not green is mom's insurance because it already came out. And the kids, I put their money in. Yep, everything got filled. What is this cancel subscription? Does it say what's upcoming? It should. It used to say what's upcoming, right? Something. Oh, I know like 30 of it is Audible. I'll have to figure that out. This cancel subscription is a category that I created to remind myself to cancel subscriptions. Oh, I think Audible and my Go Car Wash. I've already canceled Go Car Wash and I'm letting Audible go one more month. So that's okay. But this category reminds me to cancel this. I set them to come up to this that I don't fund every month for or every time I have a subscription that's coming to an end. Sorry, my eye just started itching really bad. Anyway, I set up a pending transaction on like a week or two before the actual whatever it is will renew to remind myself to cancel that subscription. And then if I decide to keep that subscription, that's fine. I can make that choice, but then I need to move it, like create a category for it. So I had a car wash subscription that I got 2 months for free if I signed up, and I was like, sure, yeah, I paid $18, which is what I was going to pay for the one car wash, and I got 2 months of car washes, which I've only used once other than the first time I used it. So I got 2 car washes for $18. Could have gone every week. I don't drive that much. Anyway, I use that category to have things pop in there, and that's my reminder like, hey, you're gonna overspend if you don't want to keep this, you need to cancel it. So it looks like I have a couple of things that are about to renew that I need to cancel. I know the car wash is one. I already canceled it. And I think Audible is the other one. Oh, you see Tyler in the background. Here's my cat sleeping in his scratch bed. Anyway, okay, so everything is filled. I'm going to put all $600 of this into my original plan was to roll over $14.40. $14.34 from week 2 to week 3. And since we did both of these weeks, all I really need, I don't even need that because I'm going to get a paycheck after that. So I'm just going to put $603.06 into my vacation since I'm about to go on vacation, plus 603.06, and we're good. 400 of this I already pulled out in cash, so that leaves me $184 to spend on my vacation. All right, for reals, I'm gonna go now, y'all. Thanks so much. I love you, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.